Hi, welcome to the technical webinar organized by LTA DBC. In this presentation, I will be sharing the amendments made to Rapid Transit Systems Restricted Activities Regulations or RPRA regulations. I will first give you a brief background on what is regulated under the RPRA regulation. Thereafter, I will highlight the key amendments under the regulations and guide you through how these changes will impact the way of making submissions to LTA. I will also recap on the submission requirements for applications of permissions to carry out restricted activity within the railway protection zone. Finally, I will share with you the expected implementation timeline for the changes. The RPRA regulation was last updated in 2003 with the aim to regulate restricted activity such as heavy machinery operation, change excavation, tentage setup, and etc., which fall within the railway protection zone. Those activities are typically one-off events that last within a relatively short period of time. They may or may not be associated with development works. The RPRA regulations are also intended to safeguard the integrity of railway structures, the conduct of railway operations, as well as the safety of passengers. The new amendments in 2021 allows LTA to refine and update the processes and requirements so that they are in line with current industry practice. In general, industry professionals can expect two major amendments to RPRA Regulations 2021. Firstly, the existing Regulation 5 of RPRA, which pertains to crane operation within 6 meters from the edge of railway, has been deleted and is subsumed within Regulation 7. With consideration that more and more building infrastructures are located in close proximity with RTS structures, LTA may now grant special approvals for the operation of cranes or any restricted activity within 6 meters from the edge of railway. A separate application for special approval is not required. However, QP and applicants will need to ensure that there are additional safety control measures put in place to mitigate any risks posed onto the RTS structures. LTA's approval letter will clearly indicate if the permission granted is for Scenario 1, works within railway protection zone but outside of 6 meters, or Scenario 2, works within railway protection zone and within 6 meters. Secondly, regulations pertaining to the application for permit to carry out restricted activities within the railway protection zone has been revised substantially. The heading of current Regulation 7 has been revised to be more specific. The revised Regulation 7 now specifies that a written permission is required from LTA prior to the carrying out of any restricted activity. Please also note that for engineering works falls within the meaning of restricted activity as defined under the DBW regs, as a separate application is not required under the RPRA regulations. In the next part of my presentation, I will provide a recap on the submission process and requirements for different application types related to restricted activities. You may like to check out the schedule under RPRA Regulation 2021 for the list of restricted activity. Applications for permission to carry out change and pit excavations, as well as applications for permission to erect temporary sheds, tents, may now be submitted to LTA via email, as indicated on the screen, along with the necessary forms and documents. The application forms can be downloaded from the LTA website. Please note that all documents must be in PDF format and attachment size must be less than 10 megabytes. For other restricted activities which requires PE-endorsed design calculations and drawings, the appointed PE must make the applications via Connect. For such submissions, the appointed PE should use LTA DBC Rails XFD form and choose Application 3 under Engineering Work. The amendments to the RPRA regulations will be implemented by end of September 2021. For more details, please refer to LTA circular, which will be issued on 1st September 2021. I have come to the end of my presentation regarding this topic. For any queries, please do not hesitate to fill out the feedback form by scanning the QR code on the screen. Thank you for your attention.